Welcome back to the KiteFoil World Series 2021, Act 1 here in Gizzeria, Italy. We have some amazing racing happening. We are in race number 5, Yellow Fleet. Last race, Tony Vodisek dominated and won that race, but it was really tight between him and Maxime Shea. What will happen in this next one? I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's race 6, blue. Race 6, yellow. The wind is nice at 15 knots, gusting about 17, 18 knots. Flat water, nice and sunny here. We are running the LP2 course. That is an upwind, downwind course. Start line, around buoy number 1. Through the gate, back up, counterclockwise, rounding, through the gate again, and a fast reach to the finishing line. Riders are all getting ready. We're in the last minute and a half. Let's take a short break, and let's get into the race. Exporting as MKB. Can't you export it there? Oh. All right, here we go. The start will be in less than a minute. So, who will be taking it this time? I'm pretty sure Tony is going to go for it quite hard. Tony has stayed on his 15-meter kite. A lot of the fly surfer riders I've seen have switched up to 18 meters. Maxime Nochet has also switched up to a bigger kite. It will be very interesting to see how it goes. Last race, quite a lot of the fleet went to port to start. The way it looks up like now, the way they're lining up, not too many. It looks like most of them will be starting starboard, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 look like they're starting on port. Let's see, here we go. And they're off. Looks like a clean start. Port tech starters are clear. Looks like everybody's made it around the fleet. Some people tacking early. A lot of people tacking early. A lot of guys coming back in on port, taking advantage of that lift off that headland. Maxime Nochet, quite far out front. And it looks like Connor Bainbridge tied on his heels, followed by the fly surfer riders. Florian Gruber, Martin Dolenk. Behind them, Mario Calbucci on that black ozone. And higher up in the wind, Tony Vodisek again. He doesn't look like he's got as commanding an advantage as he had last time. He's on a smaller kite than those other guys, and he is a pretty heavy rider. So it'll be very interesting to see. I mean, he has a bit of a higher angle, but Maxime Nochet on that 18, fly surfer riders on those 18-meter kites. Can Tony use that bit more speed that he has on his 15 as an advantage, or will it cost him? We will see as soon as he hits that headline and goes for his first tack. It's always an interesting thing to see. It's a lot tighter now. There's no clear leader at the moment. Some riders going for a bit more angle, some riders going for a bit more speed. When they hit that ley line at the headline, it will be very interesting to see who's out front and in the lead. All right, we're coming up to the headland. Who's gonna tack first? If I would have to hazard a guess, it would be Connor who's be tacking first. Exactly, there we go. The F1, gray F1 from Connor, goes into tack. Maxime, Tony, both tacking. And it looks like Tony has the advantage again. But it is tight. All right, red fly max from Maxime, going for a bit more angle. This time Tony going for a bit more speed. The following fleet, they're all tacking around the headland now. And there we go. Out front, Tony Vodisek, followed by Connor Bainbridge. And I can't see who's on that fly surfer. I would hazard to get Martin Dolenk or Florian Gruber. And the other F1, that would be Benoit Gomez. And hot on their heels and also slightly higher up is Maxime Nochet on that red Flymax. But Tony looks like to be in command here. Okay. Another 100 meters till the weather mark. Tony Vodisek in the lead, followed by two fly surfers of Martin Dolenk and Florian Gruber, followed by the F1s from Connor Bainbridge and Benoit Gomez. They're going to have to go for one more tack. Oh, now they've gone around. Let's see. Getting confirmations of that rounding, but I would say Tony Vodisek in the lead. Tony leading. Followed by Benoit Gomez. Followed by Maxime. And Connor Bainbridge and Martin rounding up the top of that group. Tony just on that slight lead, but Maxime catching. Really pushing. All right. First jibe from Tony. The rest of the fleet going a little bit longer. Trying to take advantage of that shift and lift closer to land. It looks like Connor or Benoit has jibed too. The gray F1 following Tony, covering Tony. Maxime has jibed. He's quite far behind. The rest of the fleet coming in a bit closer. Right, the fly surfers jibing. That's Martin Dolenk. Florian Gruber, the rest of the group has jibed now. But Tony in a very commanding lead, followed by Benoit Gomez, followed by the other Frenchman, Maxime Nochet. But Tony once again dominating this race. Remember, Tony had an amazing race last year here, but he had to basically got injured and he had to retire, so he didn't do so well. So he'll be pushing hard this year, trying to get that win he should have gotten last year. Tony going for his jibe. He will be heading port back into the beach, taking advantage of that lift closer to the land. Benoit's jibed. Maxime has jibed. Tony's gone through the gate, heading back in towards port, followed by Benoit Gomez, followed by Maxime Nochet. Looks like the rest of the fleet are also going to be jibing through the gate and will be heading back in close to the beach on port. With exception of one of the fly surfers with the red board is split off. That is Martin Dolenk. Followed again by another one of the fly surfers. It looks like those fly surfers are all going to head out, get a bit more distance before they tack back in on port. Mario Calbucci heading to port also through the gate. Tony extending his lead ever so slightly, but it's about 10 seconds ahead of Benoit Gomez and quite a distance ahead of his rival from the last heat, Maxime Nochet. Oh, Tony has crashed. Oh, no. Yep. Let's have a look at that. What happened to Tony there? Tony getting a bit of ventilation, hitting that in. But he's still got his board on his feet. He recovered. But that will cost him some of his lead. It's so easy here to hit stuff. There is stuff in the water. There can be plastic bags, little pieces of debris. And you also have that thing that all foilers hate, ventilation. When your mast pulls a little bit of air, all of that can drop you off the foil and cause a crash like that. But it looks like Tony recovered from it nicely and still has a good lead around. But one of the F1s has caught up quite a bit, and so has Maxime. It'll be interesting to see if Tony actually kept his lead. It's going to be tight around that weather mark. We'll have a look. Maxime and Benoit have gone for earlier tacks. Interesting to see if they can make it in one, if they've hit the ley line or not. As you can see here, Tony doing very well to stay just ahead, but I have a feeling that Benoit on his F1 has maybe eked out a bit of a lead, but as in racing, it's too early to tell. They're only about halfway to the weather mark, and Tony is just on fire. He's fast. Even after that crash, he's pushing it. So we'll see who will get to the weather mark and get around first. And Tony and Benoit go around. It's tight. Tony going for an early jibe. Benoit covering. Maxime going for his jibe now too. This is going to be a bit tighter than the last race. Be really interesting to see what's going to happen. I think this is going to come down to the wire because Benoit Gomez, it's the conditions he likes. Powered up, going fast downwind. He's a heavy guy. He can hold down a lot of power. Both him and Tony are really strong. Okay. Tony going for his second jibe. Is Benoit going to cover? Benoit's covering, but Nah, Tony has got this. Tony has managed to get ahead of Benoit. But his lead is only down to about 1 or 2 seconds. Maxime in third place. Good 10 seconds behind the leaders. Followed by what I think is Theo de Ramagor. Are you sure you're over the gate? All right, here we go. It looks like Benoit has actually managed to get ahead of Tony just now. It is super close. Let's see what happens. They're going to have to jibe pretty soon. And there they go. Both into the jibe. Who's going to exit cleaner? Who's going to have more speed? Benoit did that slightly better. He is just slightly ahead. This is going to be close. But Benoit looks like he's got 1 or 2 seconds ahead of Tony. Who can reach in? Who can get it? Whoa, adjusting his lycra just to make sure that the judges know who he is. This is close. But Benoit Gomez has the lead. Can Tony do something in his last second? Can he push? Can he push? Can he get past the Frenchman? But no, Benoit Gomez takes it, followed by Tony Vodisek. And then here we go, behind them, Maxime Nochet, Connor Bainbridge. Maxime Nochet's got a decent lead. Can Connor do anything? No, he can't. Maxime Nochet finishing third, followed by the British man, Connor Bainbridge. Now that was an amazing race. The riders just coming back to the beach. Super tight racing between Tony Vodisek and the Frenchman Benoit Gomez. Two of those heavyweight riders pushing hard. And stay tuned for the next race. We'll show you a few highlights of this race. Thanks for watching. As we see here, that was Tony's small mistake that probably cost him the first place in this race. Getting a slight ventilation or hitting a plastic bag, butt checking, losing valuable seconds on the lead. And here we go, we got that finish, both pushing hard. But Benoit Gomez capitalizing on that small little crash. Super happy to get his first bullet of the competition. Here we have actually got Tony standing in front of us here again. Actually do a small interview while he's standing here. Man, what happened?
Hello. Basically, I'm blind and I didn't see the top boys. I was turning. I crashed, had to make a back loop, picked myself back up and got second for a few meters. So,
damn. Bad luck.
Unfortunate, but not bad.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks.
Meet the R1 V4, our highest performance Olympic and IKA registered racing machine.